Live from Fox 35 News, you're watching Good Day Orlando.
A big part of scoring big on Black Friday is really knowing where to look. Andrea Jackson is in Studio B with more on how you can find those good deals. Hi, Dre.
Hey, good morning. Joining us this morning with more is tech expert Tom Jelneck. Tom, good morning. Good to see you.
Hey, how are you? It's so nice to see you.
Excellent. So let's start with this. We know that this online shopping today could be probably the biggest we've seen ever before. What should people be buying today?
Well, hands down, you're right, Andre. This is unprecedented, if you will. So I'm seeing a tremendous amount of deals on things like Amazon Echoes and even their Fire Sticks and stuff. So they're trying to get folks, obviously, to buy these assisted devices at home. So it'll make it that much easier for you to shop in the future.
I know Apple products, anything Apple seems to be hot this year. What other electronics have the best deals that you would advise shoppers to take advantage of?
I see a lot of great deals on laptops, but I do have one caution. I want you to make sure that you're not buying a laptop that you're going to have to replace in 1 year. So certainly look for Intel processors, look for 8 gigs of memory at least. I'm seeing a lot of deals on those. Dyson vacuum cleaners, I'm seeing Fitbit deals. So they're out there to be found, Andrea.
I know part of the fun of Black Friday is actually going to the stores and seeing the item in person, especially when it comes to electronics. But so many people have chosen to stay home this year. What tech gadgets should maybe we hold off on buying today and maybe wait for a later date?
So TVs, right? So there's always this huge rush on TVs prior to. What happens is we'll start to see those prices decline and get lower and lower, especially around Super Bowl time. So that's one thing that I encourage people not to rush out and pick up right away. Especially they have a lot of like 4K under 35 inches. The human eye can't even detect that. So I would just be wary about purchasing a television at this point.
Okay, one last question for you. What are some of the advantages to buying gifts online this year?
Well, besides the obvious of crowds, I would definitely say that getting them delivered quickly, that's, getting them at your doorstep and not having to mess with wrestling things out of the big box stores. I think being discreet as well, like especially if you shop on Amazon, you can mention it's a gift. So your little kiddos don't raid the box when it comes in and, Alexa announces what just got shipped to the house.
Good point.
Not that I know what that's like. I mean,
no, not that you're
right.
Speaking from experience.
No, of course not.
And sometimes it's difficult to get the 75-inch TV in the back of the, the coupe or, the sedan.
Yeah, 100%. Doesn't fit in a two-seater.
Yeah, very true. Tom, always good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. And you will be checking back in with us in the next half hour talking about cyber security and how to keep your information safe while you shop online. Tom, thank you.
Great to see you.
With online shopping, by the way, expected to reach record numbers this holiday season, Bankrate.com reporting 91% of U.S. consumers are putting their personal data at risk. And Andrea's in Studio B with more on that. Andrea, good morning again.
Good morning, Ryan. Tech and cybersecurity expert Tom Jelneck joining me once again. Tom, good morning. Good to see you.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
So good. So a lot of people we know are shopping online this year. How can people keep their information, their payment information specifically, safe while shopping online?
Well, I have a few quick tips for you, and the first one is try not to use a debit card. So sign up for a free PayPal account if you don't already have one. That way you're not putting in that debit card information and potentially compromising it.
Who would you say is most at risk when it comes to having their information stolen if they're shopping online on this Black Friday?
I would say people who aren't really vigilant or, are kind of not paying attention to security certificates like those padlocks on the websites, or people unfortunately getting duped by emails that look like really great deals that are just aimed to take your personal information from you when you click the link.
Yeah, it's so easy to get fooled by these because the scam artists have gotten so good at replicating the retail logos and the information. You really should take an extra step when it comes to shopping from those emails. What do you recommend? What steps should you take before you shop online?
So certainly my best advice here is probably mouse over that link. If you see a deal that looks really great, you don't want to click something that looks really bizarre. If it's not the actual vendor, You don't want to click that link because that can be a scam to steal all your personal info. And they make those websites look identical to the major retailers. So sometimes it's really hard to tell.
So the best bet, probably going directly to those retailers' websites and avoid clicking on any links and emails that come your way.
100%. That's great advice.
What should you be looking for if you think your account has been hacked or maybe your info has been compromised?
So you may start to get a lot of weird phone calls. You may start to get a lot of weird text messages, etc. So if you feel like you've been compromised, first and foremost, you need to call your bank and cancel that card and ask them to be vigilant and start taking a look at your account. It happens so fast, and unfortunately, your entire bank account can get wiped out quickly, and we really don't need that this time of year.
No question about it, and especially in 2020, it's been challenging for all of us, right?
Right. It's been enough. Yeah.
Yes, it's been more than enough. Tom, it's great to see you. I know you're going to be joining us in the next hour. Where can people find you for more information?
You can find me at ontargetdigitalmarketing.com, and thank you so much for having me.
Tom, great to see you as always.
You too.
Plus, Fox 35 is your Black Friday headquarters. Before we go to break, let's check in with our tech expert, Tom Jelneck, for a quick tip on holiday shopping. Good morning, Tom.
Hey, good morning, Ryan. How are you?
Doing great.
Good. So here's a quick power tip. If you love Apple products, and I'm surrounded by them right now, go to Amazon. You can actually pick up an Apple Watch 3 for about $50 less than what you'll find it at the store. Or actually, it's $80 less, Ryan. So Apple products don't always have to be bought at apple.com. Look for them elsewhere, and you might get some great deals.
That's some great advice. Tom, we'll check back in a little bit. You're with us on Good Day Orlando. Well, a big part of scoring big on Black Friday is really knowing where to look. And Andrea's in Studio B with more on how to find those deals. Andrea, good morning.
Brian, good morning to you. And joining us this morning with more is tech expert Tom Jelneck. Tom, good to see you again.
Hey, great to see you. Good morning.
You've been monitoring the deals all morning. When it comes to electronics, we've seen a lot of people go to Best Buy in store to purchase televisions. What about online?
So I'm seeing obviously a ton of deals at Amazon. I'm seeing a lot of deals at apple.com. For example, they have $50 gift cards. But listen, an unlikely place you may not think of, Home Depot actually has some great deals on their website for small appliances, etc.
When it comes to tech gadgets, Tom, should we hold off on buying today, maybe wait a little bit longer, or is today really the best day to get the best deal?
So deals will keep coming. And here's one pro tip. If you're not wanting to buy today, I say go to a major site, and if you sign up and go through that process, add something to the cart, but don't finish the transaction. A lot of the times you'll get an email the day after or a few days later with an extra savings if you go complete that transaction. So that can save you some bucks.
As long as it's not the PlayStation 5, I think that might work for you.
Absolutely correct. Right.
If
right.
you
Good
hold
luck
off,
with
it'll
that.
be gone. What
Right.
about brand name versus generic when it comes to tech gadgets? Because now we're seeing all kinds of fitness watches, and we're seeing all kinds of different, Amazon book type devices. Is there a benefit to buying the brand name versus a more generic option?
In my humble opinion, yes, there is merit in buying the brand names because they'll stand behind the product. Sometimes you'll get some really cheapo televisions made by like the Acme company that no one's ever heard of. And they don't get the duration that you're going to get out of the major products. And yes, you may spend a little bit more for the name brand, but at least they'll stand behind it and warranty the television or device.
Yeah, and speaking of warranty, they always ask you that question at checkout, and I'm never quite sure if I should buy the extended warranty or just hope that what comes with it will last the lifetime of the item. What do you recommend?
So my wife and I recently bought a lovely Christmas tree that our puppy devoured 2 days after we put it up. I regret not buying that replacement plan at Lowe's when we purchased that TV. So I say if it's something durable or something that you may spill water on or something that can get chewed alive by a puppy, sometimes the warranty is indeed the way to go to stay safe and protect that equipment.
Especially when it's a big ticket item with a lot of money invested.
Correct.
Good to see you. Where can people find you?
You can find me at tomjelneck.com or ontargetdigitalmarketing.com.
We're going to check in with you one more time before the hour is up. Tom, thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Take care.
Whether you are shopping online or hitting the stores today, a lot of people are hoping to upgrade their devices with some pretty great deals. And we're going to check back in right now with Fox 35's Andrea Jackson on how many deals they're finding. Hi, Dre.
Amy, good morning, and joining us with more advice and tech gadgets as far as the best deals, Tom Jelneck. Good morning, Tom. Good to see you.
Hey, great to see you.
So what are the best tech deals you've seen so far today?
I'm seeing some great deals on the brand new shiny Apple iPhone 12, where you can get a $50 gift card, and you can find that at apple.com. And Andrea, the last one real quick, I'm also seeing a lot of great deals, and this deal does suck. A lot of vacuum cleaners for sale. Power tip, do not buy one for your spouse. I've learned that the hard way.
Excellent advice. Any other tips for shoppers today when it comes to buying tech, Tom?
Be safe out there, verify, trust but verify, and just make certain that the site you're shopping on is safe and secure and a brand name.
Thank you so much. You've been so generous with your time today with us. Thank you, Tom.
Hey, great to see you. Take care.